Right, it's time for Joining Us Interactive with Aisha Ibrahim. I almost said Tundra, but that's not your name.
Thank God you didn't say so.
Yeah.
But anyway, I missed you last night. You left me all alone here.
But I'm here tonight.
Yeah, sure. And it's good to see you. And you know how to join this conversation. It's on facebook.com/joinuson.tv, and on Twitter is on Joy News. Let's start with one person who was this afternoon shot at Alaju, a suburb of Accra. Now, this follows last week's clash at Aveno, also in Accra. And the question now remains, do you feel Ghanaians are becoming too violent or lawless? Or you feel there's a genuine security concern? All right, so you've been sending some comments on Facebook. Israel will help us read them.
Yeah, so Mohammed Achro Damongo says the lawlessness in this country began the very MPP's Invisible Forces and Delta Forces stormed the four corners of our court. Meanwhile, the court is the only place every Ghanaian relies on in order to be protected. Nana Addo and the MPP have succeeded in injuring the peace of our country, Ghana. We shall change the change come 2020. And Munaf says, when our own president imported mercenaries to train his terror groups called Delta Forces, Invincible Forces, etc., who now subject state security to torture and spare not even the president appointees with impunity. As if that's not enough, Delta Forces attacked the hospital during the weekend and issued a threat to the president and innocent citizens. And yet no arrests have been made. Are we really safe? Oh Lord, mercy. And Adnan Alasan says, just walk to the police station without your media equipment and report a case and you hear stories, especially if it has something to do with armed robbery. The police service is not proactive. Worst of all, they demand money. I mean money.
And Michelle Burbe says Ghanaians are becoming lawless and the lawmakers themselves are only interested in fighting themselves. The security agencies are also not doing much to bring culprits to order, and the judiciary also sells justice, which is very worrying. The one-time most peaceful country is now turning into an unsafe haven because of these hooligans. God help our homeland Ghana. Wisdom Etioku says, you see, it is us. In us lies the fault. I just don't understand how weak everything has become in few months. I'm not a politician. I just think the youth should wake up and help us. And he says hashtag redefine the 21st politics and build hashtag a new Ghana, he says. And also the central region town of Dentro Boase has been given a new name, New Obuasi, 2 months after residents lynched Major Maxwell Mahama. Now, the acting president of the Dentro Boase traditional area, Nana Eje Intri II, made this announcement when President Akufo-Addo visited the area. He explains the change in name signifies that the people have turned on a new leaf after the tragedy. Now, let's take a listen to a pastor who claims he and the chief of the town formulated the new name, adding it was God who sent him there to win souls.
Na me pese me wiase nyina tie sese denkyna boase a me koye no eye onyami ene soma me nyankopon ne soma me se me nkotwe akra na me koye so enipa dom asakira do mom awurade na ade ba ko mani gi ye ne se me duru kro ni mu no ohene no ene me di nkomo ofel so na sese because of virgin pastor ene ekromo ohene na kambom amedi edi eda kro no so nya sesan sese ne edi na eda kro no so na be ye New Obuasi. In Sesia, me catch the media for you now. So, person can then Obuasi, Mr. O. Say, you come with years to Dimu. Say, a dear and a dear man, a New Obuasi.
Interesting. Well, the question is, will the new name make any difference in the history of Dentro Boase?
First thing should have been a conclusion being brought to the whole issue. When that is done and the Ghanaians are satisfied and everyone is happy that justice has been served, then they could think of a name change. I think they probably are just trying to do something to get people to forget what has happened. But
once a thief is always a thief. So what they have done is like someone who have maybe stolen something before. So, but right now, if you are telling me that you have changed, so what will show that you have changed? Are you getting me? You are a changed person, although, but still, we will be suspecting.
So unless the person doesn't know the history about the place, if a person really knows the history about it, I don't think it will change anything.
The name has something to do with. So if someone have changed the name for good, I think they will look at what has happened, and by their name they will go with their name. Because if someone is called Emmanuel or David or something of that nature, I don't think that person will be behaving abnormally. So I think now that they have their name as the new Denkyira Boase, I think it will have an impact on them, and they will change for better.
Well, let's hope they change, but a lot of people are still skeptical.
Yeah, they're skeptical. But I believe that the name could also help. I mean, if they're calling it New Obuasi, then it means typically if you were driving through the place and you got to the town and you saw Denkyira Boase, you say, hey, Denkyira Boase. But now, if they change it and they make it New Obuasi, if you get there, you just say, okay, New Obuasi, and you'll be indifferent to it.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, well, hopefully,
I think I tend to agree with the last speaker who says it will make some impacts, but we hope so. Yeah. We hope it does.
Ivy on Facebook says, a monkey in Denkyira Boase will not be a chimpanzee in New Obuasi. Masa, Giraffe, no. Where have you seen an old dog learn new tricks or change the name? I beg, let me come and be going. I laugh into His Excellency. Louisa says, history will forever remain the thugs of Denkyira Boase lynched an innocent army officer. Who cares if you name it New Heaven? Nasser says, even if they like, they should name it America, England, or whatever. It changes nothing. The harm has already been caused, and they should seek forgiveness from God and the family of the innocent fallen soldier. What forgets is the axe, but the tree... Okay, so what forgets is the axe, but the tree that has been axed will never forget. Okay. And apparently it's a Zimbabwean quote. Judicious Odro says, I don't think changing the name will change the history at Denkyira Boase, but they should rather change their attitude. So changing the name is unnecessary.
And Bayo Jeremiah writes, the changed name means nothing and doesn't add anything new. The name is only identifying the location of the community, but their behavior, character, and way of life define them. They should change their attitudes towards moral values and self-discipline, and that will give them a new brand as people who have regretted and shown remorse in their actions and inactions. And Thomas Ayamfo says, definitely the change in name can't change the history of the town, but psychologically it gives the people a new feeling of self. And to those of us in the outside world, the change in name blurs the stigma associated with the old name. Is a first step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to reclaim their image. Only time will determine whether there are a changed people. Mbo Benan says, for where? They can even name it Jerusalem. Sorry, if it's blasphemous, history will still judge them as heartless and irresponsible. And those are some of your comments on Facebook. Now, finally, society has always tied women with responsibilities of keeping the home, including taking care of children and performing other domestic chores such as cooking. Well, there's a popular saying that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. But is this really the case? Okay, so let's check what you think about exactly what kind of meal a woman should prepare for a man to earn his ring.
When it comes to food, I don't have favorites, but for somebody to prepare fufu and groundnut soup and wele crabs and something like opoku in it, I think it goes for me. Like maybe after a hard day's work and then you come home tired, you get something like that, you can relax.
I like benku, so I want a lady who can prepare a benku and a mutu. Yeah, let me take it like that. And maybe kontomire stew and cabbage. Yeah, a type of a lady who can prepare what I need or what I prefer, something like that.
Yeah, the lady should be able to prepare food. If you're not able to prepare food, how are you going to accommodate me?
What food
are you talking about?
May I eat tunzafi? Preparing tunzafi is so simple, very simple, and it's
Oh, fufu or benku. That's one my wife want to cook.
So, Israel, what food did she prepare to get through your heart?
Okay, unfortunately, I'm one of those who
Don't believe in him.
I'm not fussy about food. You can prepare 100 meals and
I don't get anywhere.
Abigail Obenewa says, ha ha ha, men and their thesis on things to do to be called wife material. It's funny, as if marriage is a favor. Marriage is a mutual understanding between two perfect people on an agreement to stay with each other despite their flaws. Most of you guys are here typing plenty food. Ask yourself, what are you also doing to be termed husband material? Learn basic kitchen and housekeeping skills. Your wife can't cook 24/7.
Bam, I agree.
And Ma also comes in and says, all right, let's check out some of the replies that are popping up. Nana Kwame says, why is the payment ain't mutual? Abigail comes out, it's mutual. If you are paying for something else, I don't know, you can share. And then Irajua also posts a gif. Somebody sitting on a swimming pool sipping on something. And then Santua says, word. Hey, the women are supporting Abigail. Irajua can say, Nana Kwame, it's not a payment. Whoever that sells their daughter to you doesn't understand marriage like you. In some cultures, the woman's family takes care of the marriage cost, which means you can't treat her like crap. Some women suffer at their marriage because their greedy parents exchange them for huge amounts of money. Abigail comes in and says, thanks, Rajwa. Kathy comes in and says, full of sense, my dear. And then Edmond Nene says, if she can't cook 24/7, I'll continue with my Gary period. My friend, be in your house. Why? Abigail, all right, let's move on. And now Ma says, hey, today be today. See how men are mentioning fufu. Ha ha ha. Please specify the type of fufu, because now neat fufu has taken over.
Nana Kwame, Abrasam do a free fast says, join this bar with that. You guys blast today, wa. But haven't you heard that saying? I mean, it's
A way to a man's heart is through the stomach. Even though I don't believe in it. I mean, I think
it's a popular saying. And Emmanuel Mensah says, rubbish. Oh, no, that's unfair. And Nana Kwame comes again and says, really? They love cause of their stomach. We can't love with that. And Edmond Nene says,
one of the requirements.
One of the requirements. And those are...
Very interesting comments.
Those are some comments on Facebook. Okay. So let's see how you also learn your kitchen skills, because when you come, it will be a give and take affair.
All right.
Yeah.
So what would make a man marriage material to you, Aisha?
Yeah, he should learn some kitchen skills. Of course, I agree with the lady who says so. Yes, because the woman can't cook 24/7.
Is that what will make it? Then why didn't you marry a chef?
Anyway, okay, so you are taking it to another level.
I'm flipping it.
All right, so we'll talk about that later, not here, you know. All right, so that's how we end the interactive
And I'll be very much interested in what you have to say.
I will tell you, Israel. And you have to learn your kitchen skills. That one, I'm leaving with you. PM Express comes up next. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Have a great one.